Hello friends, it's me Doom, and today we're going to be taking a look at how to catch unique largemouth bass in the Florida Everglades, and we're going to break it down into 3 simple steps. We're going to be talking about the retrieve, we're going to be talking about the gear, but first we're going to be talking about the location. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be casting off from this pier right here, which is known as, the lily pad channel. Same place we go for the butterfly peacock bass, or peacock butterfly bass? No, butterfly yeah, that one. Okay, so we're gonna be casting off from there, and we'll be casting off in this direction. We're gonna be, see where that ripple is right now, right around there. That's where we're gonna be casting. Now you got to remember this boat, because there's another. If you cast off from that one, there's nothing over there, but you can catch a lot of largemouth bass right here. Now, when it comes to timing, you're going to want to do peak hours in the morning or peak hours in the evening. You can still fish midday and catch a lot, but if you're going after those uniques, morning is really the best time. But unfortunately, I'm all out of morning apparently, so we're going to be doing it in the evening. Now that we've covered where to cast from and where to cast to, let's take a look at the inventory. This is probably the most crucial part of the setup, except for the retrieve, so stick around until the retrieve is finished just to make sure that you know exactly what to do what with. Now this rod is a little powerful for these guys. Let's see, it has a maximum of 42, a lure weight of up to 2 ounces. Basically, let's see here, I've got 26-pound reel and a 25-pound test line, so these two match up fairly well for a decently long cast. Now here is the secret. There's a lot of reeds and a lot of vegetation in this spot, but the frog popper, that's this guy right here, specifically the red and yellow one, will ignore it all. And that's going to be your key to success. So for those of you who have never used a frog popper before, this is going to be a great opportunity for you to learn how. I'm going to be using a controller instead of mouse and keyboard. However, the fundamentals are the same. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and switch it to dead peak in the evening. And we're going to cast out as far as we can. It's a little foggy, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and cast past the spot. Now when it comes to the poppers, how you do the popping motion, the trademark popping motion, before you do anything, first wait 5 seconds, because that seems to, I don't know, that might just be me, it might just be luck. But the way you do the trademark popping motion is you take both triggers or both mouse buttons and you pop them very quickly, just like that, over and over and over. There we go, got our first bite. Now one good thing about having a overrated rod and reel setup is you can bring them in rather easily. It's not going to be as much XP as you could possibly get from a optimized setup, but you know, starting off good, starting off with a 5.2 pound trophy. That's not bad at all. Now make sure you stick around to the end of this video for a little summary of everything we've talked about. I try to do that at the end of every one of my fishing instruction videos, just so you have a generalization of what you need all at once. Easier to remember that way, I think. Let's go ahead and catch a few more. Make sure this works. Now this is not the only way to catch trophy largemouth bass. However, from the, I think it's 3 or 4 different ways that I've done it, it is the most efficient. So I know that the popper is kind of expensive, but it's worth a buy if you're into bass fishing. I personally, bass are not my personal favorite. They used to be, as you can tell by my videos, but in this game it's walleye and pike. That's where the money is. Unless you have premium, then you can pretty much go do anything. But remember, it's just popping both of those buttons at the same time. Either the left and right mouse button or the left and right trigger, over and over, with about a 1 second interval, 60 times a minute. If it helps you like that. Now you may eventually catch a butterfly peacock bass or a bowfin or anything else along those lines here. Just keep the butterfly, toss the bowfin because they're not worth jack. But I mean, it's something to keep in mind. You may catch a lot of fish because this lure just happens to be perfect for this area. So let's go ahead and end this with a little summary. Although I didn't catch any uniques today, if you use this method during the morning, I promise you'll probably get, I know you'll get at least one, but I've gotten up to 4 per morning. So that's not bad. So the place we're casting is out here from the lily pad channel. All the way to the left, just go out to the dock, face left, and this little broken boat, and these little reeds, cast past the reeds, using a red and yellow frog popper. There we go, that's the one, because it ignores the reeds, and because it seems to work very well, not just for this fish, but other fish here too. If you cast over here, you can get butterfly peacock bass. However, this is not the optimal bait for butterfly peacock bass, so they're not going to be too terribly large. The time you're going to want to be fishing is going to be in the morning for the best results. Preferably the higher the peak, the better. I haven't tried it during midday peaks. However, I do know that largemouth bass are not a big fan of midday. Too many pressure changes, it gives them pain. They have little tiny jaw bones and joints, and they hurt. Anyway, I'm not going to get into the science, but you understand. They have arthritis of the face. Now, this isn't the best way to make money in this game, but if you're going for bass, this is the way to do it. But questions still remain. For example, what's coming up next on VonDOOM Gaming? Where have I been? What have I been doing? What interesting things have I taken on in my real life? You can find out the answers to those and more in the next episode of VonDOOM Gaming!